So, I was gifted two of these jets. One's a body and one's complete. The body that I got didn't have like the cracks in it, which I glued it and glued all the stress cracks and all the bumps. I did salvage some landing gear from another plane that was given to me, and I just got it toothpicked in there for template purposes. The pin came out, so it's going to be stationary nose gear. I'm not going to be able to turn it or use the servos, but that's what I got. I was going to get an Allen wrench, take these out, and get a coat hanger and get it proper length. And then I was going to get some screws, screw and Gorilla Glue this down as a plate, and get a like 2x4 block so that I'm like that, and I can screw that to that and be somewhat like this. Stationary gears. It's gonna suck not being able to turn the front nose, but I was looking at how they made these. The tops are smushed so that it allows it to turn. This is one I took off a broken one. So it's whatever, I was just gonna send it, or maybe if someone in the group has a landing gear, then I could just unscrew this, take it out, and try to use that. I need an 80 amp Skywalker ESC. I have a 60 amp, but I don't think it'd be good to use a 1680. But that's all I have was a 60 amp. If someone has an 80 amp Skywalker ESC, I could use that. They were telling me that there's a beck in this. All I'll do is I just won't use the red wire if yours has a beck built into your ESC, if I can use it or have it. I just won't use the red wire, then they won't interfere with each other. I just need a talking ground for receiving. Yeah, that's what I got here. I got these off right now. I did fix the broken wing. If I can turn this without breaking shit. Kinda can't see anything with these dangling the way they are now. I need to get screws for these. Come on, I don't want to undo everything. Alright, but anyways, I fixed this. I took a control horn, servo control horn, and I screwed it down into the little shard of plastic that kind of was like up here. Like I screwed a servo horn, and then I angled it so it was like, angled, like where this one would be. And then I just JB welded it so this wing is now attached. I need to get the plates that go here and here, and a crossbar from here to here. But the package for this little crossbar package bolt thing was only like 13 bucks. They do sell the whole kit for all these body screws, which I don't think I'm gonna buy the body screw kit because it's like 40 bucks, and all these are just screws. But this kit I'm gonna have to buy, which is like 13 bucks for this. And then I think it was like $8 for the metal thing for these to slide onto. And I have extra servos, but that's kind of where I got in the last day. I had a whole body given to me, and it was the better body, but I wasn't gonna take out all this stuff. This body's not done for. And then I reinforced a lot of the stress cracks with Gorilla Glue and toothpicks. And this wing was from the other plane, from the other body, and this one, what was wrong with this one? Oh, this one wasn't broken, because both of these wings were broken. So I replaced both wings, one with a new wing, or used new wing, and then this one I replaced, like fixed. But yeah, I need an 80 amp ESC, and I need to get the bolt package. So if someone has an 80 amp ESC, let me borrow. I'll give it back to you after the runway. Just want to fly. But yeah, I'm gonna spend like the 23 bucks for the bolt kit and that, just so everything's bolted together and assembled, and then I'm just missing an ESC. One landing gear, but I'm just gonna make it stationary, and hopefully I could take it or have someone chuck it for me. I've seen a guy chuck them, so if we could, chuck it, and then I could just come in and land it. That's my ideas. And then someone else gave me this, the Stinger. It had a broken tail and they glued it, but I gorilla glued it, put black tape over it, and then I painted the tail black because I didn't want to see the crack or the tape. That's what we're going with there. I ordered a camera and another video transmitter. So I'm going to mount up a camera on the nose. I also fixed the nose. The nose was broken off. And I took the ordnance that I had, cut the tip off the ordnance missile, and then toothpick gorilla glued and then painted. So it doesn't look all broken. I still can't get safe to work on it in any of these. I did the whole bind trick, plug in, plug out, pull it. Add a channel to 5 and flip the switch and sticks in, so that has no stabilization or anything. And then someone else gave me this one. This one's perfectly fine and working. So this one's just waiting for a camera. I already have a video transmitter and everything built for the nose. Where's it at? Right here. That's what's gonna go on that one. Just gonna set the video transmitter in there. Maybe cut some holes on the side. Let some air through, maybe. But I'm waiting for the camera. And this video transmitter can plug and power up off the battery. And power up the camera and itself. That's how that's going. I was gonna do the same thing with the other nose to the other plane, or bounce that one around. The camera set up, at least a video transmitter, but so I was gonna do mount the camera right there, and then just run the wires somewhere else, but that goes onto that plane. Yeah, tinkering using broken parts. Somebody gave them to me. Alright, this is what I got going on here. I took like dollar store board. This was like a box. It was $1. I just ripped the edges off, and this is what I used for a mount to like fill the void here. You know? Just so I had something for this to screw to all of that. So this is glued, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like 7 screws, maybe 8, just for this board, just to take all of this and dissipate it. I don't want to rip off. And then I double stacked that piece of wood, cut it in half, double stacked it just to clear, and it just barely clears, but that's actually kind of nice to me, I guess, because it rests on that. It's really sturdy. I only got 2 screws in here right now, just in case I need to slightly turn it. But I lined it up with the lines that were right here, and made sure these were facing the right way. That's kind of what I want to do with the nose gear. I took a same thing, piece of wood, dollar store, paint board, whatever. I put the Gorilla Glue down on this side because all this was good. This still had some foam in here from where the retractable was, just a little bit on one side. Anyways, so I just barely hogged that out, put glue, and then put a piece of like that board that I cut, so I have something to screw this to. And this is what Dwayne gave me, so then I can send those straight through. I got different hardware, good screws, but I figured going through the wood and through that nice hard Gorilla Glue, I got that kind of Gorilla Glue. It's harder than the white foam, but it foams. I'm gonna send that through there. I don't know how high it needs to be, but yeah, that's how we're gonna get it, probably all the way at the top, so that it's not, has something to brace against. But that's kind of what I'm looking at there. It almost looks like it'll work, but I don't know. That kind of looks tall, but I always could cut these, cut them and then just Allen key them back on. So that's adjustable a little bit. I'm gonna have to make sure this is pretty center too, and then I might have to hog out some of this right here, so that the control arm can move. Now they have a servo that goes in there. I can screw in there and possibly still use for turning. It's gonna be a toughie, but if I get like a horn on there, might be able to make it pull forward and turn, push backwards to turn. That's the idea. Otherwise, I'll have fixed, strong, stationary landing gear. So that's what we're looking like. I was having that swept forward, but it didn't turn as nice. It turns better if it's backwards. If it's like a motorcycle, it seems like, I don't know. See how it's angled like shit? And angled like, I don't like it. But like this, tractor style, it's behind. I don't know. Swept back, I guess. It does want to tip. That's with the battery in it. If I don't have the battery in it, the whole thing falls backwards. That's what we're looking like there. I use a small wheel on the front too, just to keep it from being so much attitude like that. I thought that was bad to have the ass so low, but I can change the wheel if I need more up. I think just like the way it is, like that's pretty good. Let's see. I still haven't really screwed or glued the base. It's just barely screwed in there, but it looks a little cockeyed to this one side, which I can fix that. I can just unscrew these and make sure I tip it as much as I can. And then I use little prop washers or plastic, like when you screw the bolt onto the prop, they give you these little plastic washers. I use that because the wheels I have, I didn't want it to wobble in there, so I use these instead of these to save weight. Yeah. Okay, so this is camera's upside. So that's what I got. Servo kind of just on there for the minute, but it used to be flat and down in there, but I put it flat in here just so I didn't have to make a longer angled arm. Straight shot. And it goes left, right, left, right. Just using the receiver from that one. It's working. Just gonna screw these down and Gorilla Glue this into place like that. And that's the end result. I took that piece of dollar store board wood, screwed it down, one screw down the side, one screw down the side, and I put Gorilla Glue down, and then I took a little bit of foam and just pushed it in between here and here because there is a void, and to help the Gorilla Glue something to stick to and fill. So now that servo is in there, if it ever does go out, I can easily just hog it out, and then this can stay, but I'll at least have somewhere for it to go. That's what I had to do. I couldn't leave it down there. I had to move it here, and now it works.